Wow. Let's go back to 2017. Hey everyone, RJ here. Welcome back to the channel. And yes, I picked up a brand new Google Pixel 2 XL. This is the 128GB variant. And yes, this is a brand new black and white Pixel 2 XL. I got this for an extremely good deal and I couldn't pass it up. Now this won't be like no full unboxing, nothing like that. We're going to go back a few years and just power this phone up for the first time and just take a look at it. You know, I know this is an older flagship device, but yeah, I'm very excited to try this thing out. So yeah, I never put the seal on it, but let's go ahead and just pull this top off and look. Here we are. Still wrapped. Oh, yes. All right, let's take a look here what we have in the box. What came in the box back in 2017. So this is, yay, welcome to Team Pixel. All right, let's try to pull this out of here. And it just comes with your typical stuff. You know, you have, of course, USB cable. You have your dongle in the box there as well. And you got your charging brick and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to go through all of that because that's not really important right now. So this video right now is about this phone. Let's go ahead and just peel off this. And there we are, our brand new Pixel 2 XL. Man, just look at that. Okay, so I'm back with the Pixel 2 XL, and some may be asking, why would you pick this phone up? Well, a couple of reasons. One, the price was just way too good to pass up. And number two, I've always liked this black and white color scheme on the Pixel 2 XL, or the Panda Edition as some I've heard call it. And honestly, I just love the way this thing looks. The orange power button there on the side. This dual speakers here on the front. This, okay, I'm liking it. I am. Single camera on the back with a flash, you know, Type-C, microphone up there. Yeah, fingerprint scan on the back. Let's see if it's got any juice. Now, this is a brand new phone. Came out in 2017. And I'll be surprised if it's got any battery, and it does not have no battery. Okay, battery is dead. So I gotta put this phone on charge for a little bit, and yeah, I'll be back.
2 weeks later.
Okay, so I'm finally back with the Google Pixel 2 XL, and I did run into an issue while I was updating this phone. Now, earlier in the video, this phone, like I showed you, was on Android 8.0 Oreo, I think it is. And I had an update to Android 10. So off screen, I updated it to Android 10, messed around with it a little bit, and it told me that I was not going to get any more updates. But then I got an update for Android 11. So I went ahead, updated to Android 11. And after I updated it, it was in constant boot loop. I mean, it was just, I couldn't get it to do anything. It was boot looping like crazy. While it was on, everything was forced closing in the background. And I was like, great, you know, but I finally got the phone powered up. I finally got it into recovery mode, and I gave it a hard reset, and it actually fixed it. So I dealt with that for for probably about an hour and a half trying to get this thing to hard reset. But once I did, I have been using it now for a while on Android 11, and it seems to be doing just fine. Now, like I may mention, I have been using this phone quite a bit here in the past couple of weeks, and there is some things about this phone that I really do like. And you know, one is the design. Now, I have the Pixel 3a XL, the 4 XL, the 4a, and the Pixel 5. And I gotta say, honestly, that this is probably my favorite design. I love the white and black, the Panda edition here. And one thing that I also noticed, was how the screen is, okay? The screen does look a bit raised from the body. And it has just like the very slightest curve, okay? It's not bad. you know, at all. You can see just a little bit of curve right there in the screen, and honestly, in my opinion, it looks good. Now, yes, this phone does have bezels on top and the bottom. It's not a big issue. This phone came out in 2017, and you know, this is just the way it was. But this phone works very well. Now, this phone will no longer get any more updates after I got the last security patch in Android 11. It says that I will no longer receive any more updates on this phone. So it's on October of 2020 security patch, and it is on Android 11, and I'll verify that here in just a moment. But honestly, this phone runs super well. It runs the Snapdragon 835 processor with 4 gigabytes of RAM, and I think it has a configuration of 64 and 128 gigabytes of storage. Of course, this one here has 128 gigs, and honestly, I can still highly recommend this phone. Highly recommend this phone. You know, if you can find it brand new, you know, I paid a crazy deal on Amazon for this phone, but I also had a credit, so I got it even cheaper than the retail price. Well, I'll just go ahead and say it. I got this phone for $119, brand spanking new on Amazon, out the door, and fully unlocked. And I was a little bit worried about the battery, you know, because the phone has been out for so long, been brand new, sealed up. Battery is going to degrade, you know, but honestly, the battery has been pretty solid. Don't have any battery test right now to show. Of course, I will do that later on. But the display is just beautiful. I mean, this display from 2017 is just crystal clear, especially with it having, you know, a quality display at 1440 by 2880 with 18:9 aspect ratio, and 538 pixels per inch. That's what's up. Just a POLED display coming in at 6 inches. So, I mean, you can just look at it here and just see how good it is. It's comfortable to hold. It does feel pretty lightweight, in my opinion, but this phone just flies. And I also have some Geekbench 5 scores to show you from Android 8, Android 10, but when I had to give it a hard reset, it erased them all, so I don't have those anymore. But I will show you the Geekbench 5 score that I did run here on Android 11. And honestly, when you look at those scores, it don't look too impressive, okay? 353 single core, 1395 multi-core. But this goes to show you, just by using this phone, that benchmark scores really doesn't matter, because this phone, you know, it works just as good as my other Pixel phones. The camera is really good. Let's go into the camera. And the camera, I mean, the camera is good. The front-facing camera is not the greatest in the world, especially in lower light shots. I do have a few sample photos I want to show you here in just a moment. But look in here, you know, you can see, I'm just going to show you what all you can record in and all that kind of stuff. But you can see your HDR plus, your flash, motion photos, choose your ratio there. Here in the video department, you got 1x, you got 2 times slow motion, time lapse. And you can record at 4K at 30 frames per second, or full HD at 60 frames or 30 frames, whatever you prefer. You got your modes here, of course, for your panorama, photosphere, playground, and lens. And you got your night mode over here, or night sight over here as well. So everything works great. I mean, I've not had a bit of issue. The dual front firing speakers are awesome. You know, that's just the only way to have it, in my personal opinion. But on to the battery life, like I was mentioning. You take a phone from 2017, and you're going to be thinking, you know, this phone's been sitting in a box. It's been sitting on a shelf somewhere for that long. You know, how is battery going to be? But the battery, it is a 3520 milliamp hour battery. It does have 10.5 fast charging or quick charging. But the phone, it's just good. And honestly, I got to say, out of all the Pixel phones so far, this is probably my favorite design. I don't know why. When I hold this phone, when I use this phone, it just seems to work phenomenally well. I love the way the screen is a bit raised, and it has a bit of a curvature to it. To me, it just looks a bit more premium for some reason. I don't know why, and I can't really explain why that is. It may be the screen with the white sides Then, of course, you got the Panda look here with the black on top and the white on the bottom. Fingerprint scanner works very well. I mean, it has no issues. Ain't the fastest in the world, but it does work just fine. And for everyday usage, for call quality, for reception, for just anything that you use this phone for, it's going to do just fine, even 4 years after it's released. I mean, this phone here would be good for any average consumer. It would be good for any techie. It'd be good for anybody. So, I mean, this is just the Pixel 2 XL. I mean, you know all about this phone. I mean, it's been out for 4 years, and it's really one that I like using. I mean, the Pixel 4 XL was a great phone. The Pixel 5 is a great phone. They're all great. Pixels are just phenomenal phones anyway. But in my personal opinion, the Pixel 2 XL has been one of my favorites. Let me know which Pixel you like the best. I mean, there's a lot to choose from, but this one just seems different, and I do like it. But I do have more stuff coming. I did forget to show the photo samples, which I will throw them in right here. So yeah, cameras, they're good. It's a Pixel. It's going to be good. Now, one thing that I did forget to mention here was this is IP67 water and dust resistant for up to 30 minutes and 1 meter of water. And it also has Gorilla Glass 5 and all that kind of stuff as well. This is fully unlocked for all carriers. So, do I like it? Yes. Does it work great? Yes. Does it work as good as some of the newer Pixels? Yes. You know, the Pixels with the 765G, Pixel, you know, the Pixel 4a 5G, the 5a, the 5. Honestly, this one right here keeps up with all of those, and it works just fine. So if you're in the market right now for a Pixel and don't want to spend an arm and a leg, and if you find a Pixel 2 XL, 128 gig, 64 gig, whatever the case may be, and you find it for a good deal brand new, I would be a little iffy about buying one used, because you know you got an OLED display. They got a tendency to have, you know, screen burn in and stuff like that, you know, and battery could be degraded a lot. You know, I got very fortunate here when I got this one here, being brand new, being old, that the battery is still in really good condition. The battery is still very solid here on this phone. I apologize for dragging this out longer than I really needed to, but I want to just tell you, the Pixel 2 XL still relevant in 2021, regardless of what anybody says. I mean, it is what it is. It's a great phone, and I still recommend it. So, helpful and informative in any way, hit that like button. Any questions you may have, leave it down below. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell on for notifications of all future videos, and hopefully here in the near future. And that'd be appreciated. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.